Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in this June 10th, 2026. I hope everybody's doing well. Come on in. Grab your coffee, grab your cokes. I am on my phone, so y'all just come on in and get comfortable. I just wanted to come in and say hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. I hope everybody is having a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. It's about 85 degrees here. The real me. Hello, hello, beautiful. Hello to you. Thank you for being here. D7777. Hi. Welcome in. I slept in this morning and then I got up and walked happy a mile and come back. And then I got my coffee last. Do you believe that? I did. I did. Good morning, Deanna. Hello, how are you this morning? Hello, hello, Lois. Stephanie Williams, hello, my friend. Good morning. Good to see you. Welcome in. I am so glad to see y'all. Mamaw, hey, you're good. I'm glad everybody's doing good this morning. I hope everybody's doing good. Millie, good morning, my love. My beautiful Millie. Hello, hello. I just wanted to come in and chit chat this morning. God, there's so much going around. I have my thoughts and opinions this morning. I hope y'all brought some of your thoughts and opinions with you. uh, we gonna talk about it, talk about it. Like Stephanie said, I read your little comment, honey. That comment fit me perfect. I'm blunt, but get right to the point. Or I don't know if I get right to the point. Sometimes I chitter chatter around. I'm backwards. But if I say it, you gonna know it. It's Smiley's truth anyway. It's the third party girl's truth. I am what I am, but I know what I am. I can't play y'all know. I don't know how to play the music on the when I'm on my phone, but I'm sorry about that. It's all good. Y'all know it's all good over here in Smiley's hood. I'm out living my best life. Oh, and I think the world of you all. I think the world of you, Stephanie. I think the world of you. Y'all come on in and so I'm not going to really talk on this morning. I didn't cover this case, but y'all know that Carmelo Anthony got 32 years, so I will say that for the murder of they say the murder of Austin Metcalf. Um he says it was self-defense. That was a quick verdict. So I will just start with that. I don't want to talk on it much. It's a lot going on out there. Woo, it was a lot. It was a lot. So that happened. Hey, Lois. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Yeah, I didn't follow that case, but I did want to bring it up. That was the breaking news. That was the breaking news out there. Um, I did post it. It was very sad. I was just watching a couple of videos on it last night and I was reading up on it. Um, there's a lot of things going on out there. Ooh, I don't even really want to get into that case, honey. I'm telling you. But I did want to bring it. So I just thought if I didn't bring it up, for those that didn't know, those that were following it. If you didn't know, that's what's happening out there. Excuse me. But I slept in today a little bit, so I am feeling good, feeling good. I hope y'all are feeling good. Um, I do want to talk about a few things. Lord, a bunch of things is going on. A bunch of things. Went to Cole's service. Oh, yeah, I talked to Seth last night. He said that was really sad. The real me, let me finish reading your comment. Went to Cole's service. It was heartbreaking, but Mr. and Mr. E did an amazing job giving him a beautiful send off. Please help praying for them. They are beyond devastated. Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. But to see, Seth said, to see Mr. E cry, that broke his heart. You know, I want y'all to please, I was going to say that, please continue to pray for the E's. I want to thank Mr. and Miss E and Annie E for sharing Cole and Cole's story with all of us. And I cannot imagine, you're not supposed to bury a child. You're not supposed to bury a child. Um, you know, you're just not supposed to. And they're going to need help for a long time. And there's still going to be moments and shocks there. You know, I know that they try to prepare. There's no preparing. You can't prepare for something like that. You just can't prepare, and not with a child. How do you prepare? I mean, and some people say, "Uh, well, at least you had time. At least you got to say goodbye. At least." Listen, you're never ready. I, even with my mom, you know, but you can't prepare. How do you prepare with a child? You just can't. There's no words. Look, I can sit here all day and mumbo jumbo. You can't. Okay? And a child is the worst pain there is. It's unbearable. So continue the prayers for them. And if you can help them in any way, cash apps, prayers, writing them notes, cards, personal messages, whatever, just let them know you haven't forgot. It's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be a while maybe. I don't know. Grief is different, but I hope they know we love them over here and we are praying for them. You know, I still think of Tiffany Marie here and there. We're not friends, anything like that, but I do still think of her. And I still pray for her, honestly. I think a lot of things in my heart, but I do have a heart. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. How can you not and do these kind of things? Seth's always in my heart, you know. Hey, Garrett. No, I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm looking off. Tony, yeah, Tony's wife and family. All these people. Raymond, I know Raymond's mom's been sick. Anybody that needs prayers, calling me. I hung up. I don't know if you heard me. Anybody and everybody that needs prayers, let's please give them prayers today. You know, and hello and welcome to everybody coming in today. June 15th's coming up. Summer will be missing. That never goes away. Never goes away. We want to know where Summer's at. I think the ones that still keep her name out there and her face every day, you know, there's, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. Sad. But come on in, everybody. Come on in. So hit the thumbs up. Let's keep the thumbs up. Keep it going. Okay. So let's talk about a few things. Lord, a bunch is going on over in Arizona, honey. A bunch is going over in Arizona. We gonna do this my smiley way, okay? Look, people say you talking the third party. I know who the hell I am. What do you want to say? Let's talk. You want to talk about it in my way? Is my person? Okay, whatever. Let's just talk about this my way. I just want you to know whose chat you're in. Smileys, me, my, I, Tammy, who, whatever. Okay, okay. I know who I am. Let's talk about it my way. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Lots going on over there. Alex and the Juice was arrested. I think that was so wrong. I know you have your thoughts and opinions on all that. There's a whole mixed thing out there. But for the majority that's got any common sense, they all think it's wrong. It was very wrong. That's right. The real Me Too. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna say in my opinion, but I don't need to say in my opinion. I don't have any minced words about it. Okay? Nothing I say is going to be minced words. I don't have any mixed feelings about it. I don't care who they are. I don't care who they're friends with. I don't care what color they are. I don't care if they're, you know, sitting down, standing up, at home in a tent pissing. I don't care. They had no right to be arrested. That is bullshit, in my opinion. I think, in my opinion, Sue Ellen and possibly others need to be in jail. And Nanos and everyone else needs to be fired. I hope they sue the shit out of all of them, including Sue Ellen. And I say, where is Ben Crump when you need him? Where the hell is Ben Crump when you need him? Okay? They had no right to do that. I don't pretend to be anything I'm not. I do have common sense, and I don't say I know every law like Bullhorn Betty does, or uh, I'm as smart as some people, because I'm not. But I know one thing, they stumbled all over their rights. Yeah, I believe that too, the real Me Too, and I think that anybody that can help them should help them, in my opinion. Someone help these boys. Listen, people talk about, like, when you go in front of a judge, and I don't care what state you're in or something like that, and people talk about, uh oh, that judge is going to make an example out of this girl or boy or lady or man or whatever. I don't care if it's their first offense or second or whatever, and this judge is strict and they're going to make an example. You watch. You watch. They're going to make an example. Well, you know what I think? I think They need to make an example out of all of these corrupt ass people there, period. They need to make an example out of nanos in that entire county. That's what I think. Yeah, she needs a hobby, D. She is one busy body. People need to stop calling people Karens and start calling people Sues. Hey, Sue! Suey! Suey. Suey! Suey. They need to feed her to the hogs. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Look, I'm just saying what's right. I don't particularly even watch the Juice and Alex and all that. You know, I'm not no diehard fans and all this stuff. I'm just for the right. And listen, may we never forget Nanos, how he got his position, how he lied. And look, from the jump, we're like, gee, he's a nice man. He's a nice guy. Look at them tears he's crying for Nancy. Oh, he was crying all right. In my opinion, he was crying he was going to get caught and the truth was going to come to light. And it did. How he got his position, it did. It came to light quick, fast, and in a hurry, didn't it? They are saying that the easement is Sue Ellen's property. Why did they not move the other side away from the lady's house? I don't know, but here's the thing, Danny. Here's the thing. Why didn't they ever get them before then? Why didn't they ever say anything? And when the tent was there, when all the other YouTubers was there before then, hey H Davis, when all the media was out there before then, I mean, why go to it screen? I have seen them out there shaking their hands and all the things and you know, why is this just now built up? The point is they could have went out and said, "Look, if you don't leave, we're gonna give you a no trespassing." Whatever. Why wait until now? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. They weren't hurting nobody. They weren't hurting anybody. And rules, rules, rules are made to be broken. Okay? You know, w- think about your kids or your teenagers or at school. You know, what are they going to put them in jail every time they break a rule or get a little bit on the sidewalk or get a little bit off on something and somebody calls the police? Wouldn't you be there and say, "What, wait a minute, can we work this out? It won't happen again. I'll talk to my child. I can guarantee you." I mean, really? Is this what this world has come to because of people like Sue Ellen or busybodies, drama, going real life, calling in because they don't like somebody? I'm just wondering. I mean, I think that's a fair question. Let's be real. Or because they're hanging out with people that they don't like. Just because you don't like somebody don't mean I don't have to like somebody and don't mean I have to call in and start shit storms, right? Let's be reasonable here. Good morning, Bama Cat. And that one lady, I can't play the video, but the one lady on the media, she's really disgusting, on the, y'all probably know who I'm talking about. She had black hair. I forgot what channel she was with, but, you know, sorry, the truth is the truth. That ain't I ain't even saying her name, but the black hair out there advertising it, talking about the tent and the nuisance. Okay, give them a ticket for nuisance, whatever. But seriously, go to the house and get them. Are you serious? Where do you suppose they piss at? I'm just saying, out in the desert. What does the cops do? Where does the cop? Let me ask y'all this. I'm just curious. I've said this in my lives that don't even have anything to do with cases, really. Does the cops wear diapers when they're out there patrolling? Look, this is my I think different from y'all. I think different. Does I guess the race car drivers do and stuff like that. I'm just asking. I'm just putting thoughts in your head. Yes, I'm putting thoughts in your head. So when the cops were out there, where did they piss? Did they piss on Nancy's property, or did they, you know, I don't know. Do they not have to poop? Do they not eat for days? Do they? I'm just wondering. I think they're all a freaking nuisance, if you ask me. Not to get graphic, but you know, hell, at least they had a chin up. It wasn't like they were streaking or nothing. I don't know. I think they're all the media and all that's fake, but you know, see, there needs to be truth. And matter of fact, I didn't understand why everybody was so bad at Savannah, but here's the thing. You know, let's talk about that a minute too. Let's talk about that a minute too. Let's get off of Alex and them. Okay, let's talk about that a minute too. So, oh, and I give shout out to Brian. Brian is the only one that's really stood up for anybody. Brian Etten. Shout out to Brian Etten. Okay, good job, Brian. Thank you. But Savannah, let's get to her. She didn't allegedly pay crap. Everybody was thinking she paid something. We were wondering why she didn't pay the ransom stuff. Honey, she don't want to get rid of a dollar. She ain't getting rid of a dollar to make her holla. Not for her mama. I'm just saying. Fake, 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 fake. I ain't saying she did anything, but that's come to light. But now you know why everybody's mad at her? It is kind of disgusting because y'all can see what I love my mama and I miss my mama. Okay? I miss my mama. Everybody's not close to their mama. And, it don't matter if she's 84, 89, 40. Okay? It don't matter. I remember when my cousin died, I told y'all about that. My grandmother and my mother and I even still have pictures of my cousin that run away and got killed in our homes. Okay? But everybody it ain't even grief. It's if you love somebody, but whatever it is, what it is. But I still make pictures and things, and my mom. It don't mean we have to share them, but I do. Anyway, that's beside the point. This ain't about me and us. It ain't. But Savannah's mom has been gone, what, 4 months missing, allegedly, and all that stuff. And you got Savannah who has removed all of her mom's stuff from her social media. Okay. Why? I thought the point was everybody is supposed to be looking for her mom. They need to know what her mom looks like. And if she is hurt or deceased, okay, then they need to come out and say that. They need to let law enforcement come out and say that, which, some people have said that or thought that. I mean, are we specifically really looking for that? There's no way. I don't think she's alive, but that's my opinion. But why has Savannah Why has she took all the stuff down? Why were they not looking in the beginning? Why all of that? Why were they not paying for people who, whether they were fake or not, sent in notes to TMZ and everybody else saying they have information and they know where, who, what, and all the things? I would pay anything. I would do anything. Yeah, we would be on every platform. Exactly, the real Me Too. It is suspicious. Absolutely. And yeah, are you ashamed? You had all them pictures in the beginning. What was that for your show when you, so you'd have something to talk about, kind of like these clicks and views here when you would have the morning show. Oh, let's show mom making up the bed. Let's talk about this. Let's do that. Was that for ratings? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not putting it as factual information. I'm just asking why. It's hurtful. It's hurtful to know that all the media is down. And here we got people that are seemingly to be fake. And while the world is out here day and night in front of their mother's home, hot, tired, spending their own money for months. And I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking mainstream media. I am talking about viewers. I am talking about concerned neighbors. Obviously, not Sue Ellen. I am talking about, and I am stating that as a fact, and I am talking about, you know, people coming thousands of miles away. I am talking about people spending their own money. I am talking about people like me at first, but I got wise to that shit. I am talking about that was on YouTube trying to put out information. I am talking about people that is still on YouTube to this day putting out information. I am talking about people that were trying to be helpful. I am talking about people using their own money, their own time, taking away from other cases that are just as important to try to help them find their mother. While what? What was they doing behind scenes? I'm just wondering. Setting up, kicked up in the air, eating bonbons, kicking it up, while now other people's reputations are being ruined and people are going to jail and their future lives are going to be ruined, which it may not show up for years and years and years later. I'm just wondering. I'm just asking. I can ask questions, right? It's a shame. Well, that pisses me off. It pisses me off. And in the meantime, where is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? Where is Summer Wells? Where's Michael Monkey Vaughn? How does these people go on? Let me ask y'all something. Have y'all ever stopped to imagine what this world would be like with zero? And I mean, it was like this way back in the older days before we were born. But have y'all ever stopped to imagine what this world would be like with zero news media or you know, anything like that? I just wonder because if you stop and think, this entire world would certainly be different. Now, some would say that's good. Sometimes we wish we didn't have radios, newspapers, news. So be careful how you answer that because I've said it a lot of times. Boy, I wish we didn't have these computers. And I do sometimes. Sometimes I wish it would go back to the old days. Okay. Be nice to go back to the horse and buggy days and all that. Yeah, that would be nice to an extent. But people would only, not in 2026, if you really think about it, because people would only know what happened by word of mouth. And I'm getting to a point here in their own hometown, in their neighborhoods, and God knows we wouldn't want to rely on somebody like Sue Ellen, honey. I guess we would know less about missing people, right? Child peas and horrible things and who our kids was around and maybe, you know, some might think that might be better off, especially the criminals, right? But in my opinion, that would just be way more dangerous, especially nowadays, because we don't live in those dark days. Again, sometimes I wish we did. Be simpler, but this is 2026. This is going to get a lot worse. Every day we are lucky enough to wake up, we need to be in the know. We need to be in the know, in the aware. We need to be aware of everything, our surroundings, people, everything, because this world is getting so dangerous, unfortunately. People like Sebastian Rogers, Summer, you know, adults, everything needs to be in the public. And because of the news and because of citizens like you and me who are concerned and actually give a damn, sharing information, that's keeping their names and their faces out. And that's a true story. And even mainstream media. But if all that went away, nobody would know. It helps it stay there every single day. But let me tell you something, mainstream local media channels, even national channels, cannot stay on these missing kids and missing people and some of these things that YouTubers and these do every day. They cannot cover it every day. They cover things like car wrecks, traffic. I have seen murders on local news station, and the first thing they come on with, which should be the headline news, is there was a traffic accident at 24th and so, and you're thinking, damn, well, what about shouldn't the murder be the first headline? And it's not. It's about the third one down. I mean, really, would y'all really think about that for a minute? You get your news on these from these people faster than you do on local channels and stuff. I'm just saying. I know that stuff is important and what they do is important. Well, what we do is important too. Whether it's just a person like me or an experienced journalist or people with credentials or whatever, it's important. And to shut all that down and start arresting people, people's not gonna wanna do that. There's room for everybody. There's room for everybody if it's the truth. Listen, what they do is important, but what everybody else does is important too. Humans missing off the face of the earth is important. Important. And it's not okay for them to be murdered, missing, trafficked, run away, abused, or whatever unknown happen. And people just say, oh, okay, that's fine. That's not fine. There needs to be accountability. They need to be found. There needs to be closure. And that goes where for if they're 1 hour old, 1 minute old, or 99.9 years old. I'm just saying, that's my thoughts on it. Seth would have to access the powerful people Savannah has. Oh, yeah. Don't you wish, and I know others wish as well, that they had all access to what these powerful people have. Hey there, Tab. Love and hugs to you. Good to see you. I'm so glad everybody coming in. Love to see y'all. I don't know why they are at Nancy's, and I'll be honest with you, Danny. I don't know why they are not at. They said please leave, and they said okay. I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know why they're not at Annie's. I get. Well, no, I will be honest with you. I do know because Nancy's is where allegedly she went missing. Allegedly that's where the blood was. Allegedly, they're just trying to. I guess that's the last place allegedly she was at. Trying to see if anybody returns, trying to pay respect, memorials and stuff. Listen, I don't know, but you know, to me, it doesn't really. I mean, here, there, it doesn't matter if they were at Annie's. The truth is the truth is the truth. If they were at Annie's, they would have still been arrested. Nanos would have found a way. And that's the truth. That's the truth. You can't make me believe anything else. That's the truth. They would have found a way. How many of you agree? Put a 1 in here. If they were in front of Annie's, they would have still been arrested. Dee said, can you imagine if they were at Annie's, how much more problems? Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They would have found a reason. They would have found a reason. And look, them two cops that said they didn't, they said they were ordered to come down there and do it, but they didn't feel like, um, you know, that they had any choice. There's still I feel like that will help them because there's still cops out there that work in every department and they know when things are not right. They know when they are, what are they going to do when there's corrupt cops? That you don't go against your brothers. You don't, you know, you don't go against your commands. You got to do what you got to do. Not only is your job in danger, not only do you have to feed your family, but you don't want to risk anything. you know? They would have found yeah, they would have found a reason a long time. You know, they should have did this a long time ago. This is ridiculous. But look, I just wanted to jump on here and say my thoughts and my opinions. It's really disheartening, um, in my opinion. I just hope that they sue the shit out of them. I think that they will. Y'all happy? The ones that's just now coming and don't know about my dog, that's happy. You're just gonna have to deal with her snoring. But I wanted to come on here while I had a few minutes and chill with y'all and let them, hey, hello, good afternoon, let them, good to see you. Good to see you. But I wanted to state my thoughts and opinions. Lord, I'm gonna let everything get away from me and not come on here and comment. I had to get my 2 cents worth. I had to get my 2 cents worth. I know my thoughts and opinions ain't worth much, but I just thought I'd tell y'all how I'm feeling. For y'all keep saying I'm missing in action. I'm out here living my best life, and people write me some comments all like crazy. It's like, well, whatever it is, what it is. Who cares? Anyway, but before I leave, I'm just asking questions. Um, and I want to know why no one is shining the lights on the stories that still matter, because we got corruption going on in these communities. Um, and that needs to there's papers out there, y'all need to sign, get over to the sheriff's office. He needs to be investigated. We already know that. Um, do it. Somebody was asking, I can't print them off. I can't do this. Look, screenshot it, send it to your email, then, print it off, go to the library, do what you got to do. You can get it. If you want it done bad enough, you can get it. Cost you a stamp and an envelope. Don't be scared. I don't know. I don't know if they gonna come from Arizona. They might do like Summer Wells case did me, honey. They might just send you the application back in an envelope and tell you to get your ass up there and get a job. That's what they might do. Nanos might do that to you. Who cares? Send it. Mail it. Okay? It is what it is. Don't just sit there and do nothing. Actually, I think somebody needs to draw up one. The next one needs to be uh bring Sue Ellen in. I don't know. I don't know. But listen, what I care about right now is y'all get them flyers. I'm serious, Millie. That's somebody needs to draw up one for that. She admitted to doing them rocks and poops, and I don't know. How can she get away with that? Maybe her homeowners association needs to. I don't know. I don't know. Listen. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know. But anyway, listen here. Listen here, Lindas. Listen here, Sue Ellens. Y'all need to stop it. Y'all need to stop. Suey's. Anyway, Suey's. I wish Alex and the Juice and all of them the best of luck. I really do. And in the meantime, uh, y'all need to see why corruption keeps going unchecked. Communities, if we didn't have these people speaking out, communities would know very little. Just remember that. And that's beyond their own front porch. Um, be careful what you wish for, Suey. And news isn't perfect. None of us are perfect. We're all human, but information matters, not drama. Having, you know, all this information and the correct information and advice, no matter where you get it at, no matter if you agree or disagree, or you like somebody or you don't. Um, every person, every one of their thoughts and stuff count. It, just don't ever underestimate the importance of keeping people informed and their information out there. You know, their names and their faces alive to try to shut somebody up and their conversations, or shut them up and trying to silence people, that helps nobody. Okay? That helps nobody. You know, take, you know, be kind. Be kind. Share people's flyers. Do what you can. Some people can't do anything, and that's okay. But just because you can't do anything, don't mean you have to say, oh, but I can be mean, and I can tell lies, and I can add to it, and I can do this and that. Just don't do anything. If you can't do something, then don't do anything at all. How about that? But in the meantime, if you can share something, do it. Okay? And in the meantime, I want to say again, Summer Moon Utah Wells, she's still coming up missing on June 15th. She's been missing since June 15th, 2021. Do whatever you can to put her name and face out. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, he's been missing. Keep his name and face out there. I am all about them. Okay? Be kind to yourselves. I love you. I thank you for coming in, spending some time with me, and I will see you in the streets, YouTube streets, that is. Y'all have a wonderful day.